Um, Here are my predictions for UFC 328, Chimaev versus Strickland. Um, I actually know every fight on this card. Like, I know the fighters pretty well. So, yeah. First up, Ochoa versus Carpenter. I think Ochoa is probably gonna catch him in the first. I think he's gonna catch him in the first. I think Carpenter would lose to Cody Durden. At least how Cody Durden looked in that last fight versus Fito. Ochoa's powerful, man. He's good on the feet. He can get up. He's got not the greatest takedown defense, but he's good at getting up. Um, and dude, his losses are to rank number 5, Loner Kavanaugh, who is extremely talented, and also Mobayev, dude, who is also I think quite underrated. Um, dude, he's a really good pressure grappler with decent striking. Um, Ochoa's good, man, and he fodderized Durden, dude. Um, yeah, dude, I think Carpenter's gonna get caught. I think he's gonna get KO'd. I really like Ochoa here. Uh, uh, uh. I think Basinger or Susikaev is just gonna win, bro. People I don't think he's amazing. A lot of people other say that, but I think he's definitely good. I almost think he's in middleweight. He might be good enough to be ranked, honestly. Um, I'd have to look, dude, but he's pretty good, man. He's just good at everything. I think he's just really young, so he's really cocky. But dude, he's talented. Like he's good everywhere. He's got really good power. Um, yeah, dude, he's good. Not minus 700 favorite good, but he's good, man. He should make light work of DeJordan Santos. Pat Sabatini versus William Gomez. Um, I think this is just gonna go how what's it called? Barcelos versus oh my god, what's his name? I don't remember the dude's name, but also a well, no, they're bantamweights, but this is basically just the featherweight version of that. Pat Sabatini's probably one of the best. He's probably a top 10, top 5 wrestler in the UFC right now, dude. Like that's no troll. Like he actually is that good on the ground. And William Gomez is a decision merchant on the feet, really lanky. Like, dude, he's 6 foot featherweight. Yeah, he does have a crazy actually that's not even a crazy reach advantage, honestly, but height advantage crazy, reach advantage. But he has no power, no pop. Um, he won't. He will not be able to KO Pat Sabatini. Pat Sabatini is not the greatest on the feet, but he's not bad. He's definitely not bad, and I think he's gonna sub William Gomez probably in the second or third. He's not a first round finisher, but I think he could get it done in the first. No matter what, I think he wins. I think he's actually a pretty solid, good pick. Um, Roman Coppola versus Marco Tullio. This is actually a really good fight. Um, but it's a hard one to predict because I don't know how good Marco Tullio actually is. I don't think a loss to Christian Leroy Duncan is bad. I think Christian Leroy Duncan's actually really good for middleweight. My only thing is the way that Marco Tullio lost, dude. He just he just got completely he got fodderized, dude. Roman Dolidze didn't even get Marco Tullio. I think skill wise is not top 15 just from that one loss. Roman Kopylov borders top 15. He doesn't beat anybody in the top 15, but he's like 16, 17. You know what I mean? Marco Tullio, I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's in that range, dude. I think Roman Kopylov is just going to be better on the feet. He's got a titanium chin. Went 3 rounds with Gregory Rodriguez. I think he's probably better on the ground, to be honest. The only thing that Roman Kopylov is, he's just kind of small for middleweight. Like, they're pretty much the same stats, but look at the physiques, man. Marco Tullio's way, literally everywhere. Bigger legs, bigger, like, chest, stomach, arms. Like he's just bigger everywhere. Roman Kopylov is not the biggest middleweight. But dude, I think Roman Kopylov's probably gonna win this by decision. If not KO, man, he could win this by KO. Kopylov's he's not the most powerful guy in the world, but if he lands clean, he'll put you out. And dude, Tulio, he's a good striker, but dude, Kopylov's good, man. If Kopylov isn't being gun shy, he'll win. Yeah, man, I really like Kopylov here. And as an underdog, man. I like him as an underdog, dude. I think Marco Tulio is a little bit overhyped. Jared Gordon's probably gonna win, unless Jim Miller flicks a submission. But Jared Gordon's not bad. Grant Dawson versus Rebetsky. I think Rebetsky is a lock. Okay, Rebetsky has good wrestling, good enough to not get held down and brutalized on the ground by Grant Dawson. And he hits like a truck. He's aggressive. This is things you want to do against a wrestler, man. And Grant Dawson's got a glass chin. If you touch him, he will die. And dude, Rebetsky's powerful, man. Just look at him. He looks like a tank. He's a short, stubby tank, dude. He's gonna KO Grant Dawson in the first round. I think in under a minute, to be honest. I really like Rebetsky here. If it does get past the first, that's a little sketchy because Rebetsky can get tired, but he dogs through it, man. He's a warrior. He's a trooper. Yeah, I really like Rebetsky here. I think he's gonna win by KO. Yeah, I think he's good enough on the ground to not get like neutralized by Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson's really good on the ground, like really good. But I don't know, man. I think Rebetsky's gonna be able to power through it. Alvarez versus Amosov. I think Amosov's gonna win this. He's just really good on the ground, man. And I think this fight's gonna be on the ground at all times. They're both ground oriented. Alvarez is a submission guy, and he made it through Luque, but yeah, dude, Amosov is just gonna be looking to take him down. Alvarez could get a submission, but I think Amosov's probably just better on the ground. He'll have better control too. But he is from Bellator, which is kind of scary. But yeah, I really like Amosov for this. I don't really like it, but I think he'll be able to pull it off. Probably by decision, if not a ground and pound TKO. Definitely not submission though. Atiba Gautier by first round murder. Like, we don't even really gotta go into that. I got King Green versus Jeremy Stephens. I got King Green. King Green's just really good on the feet. He's been looking good, looking confident. He's got good power. I think he actually KOs Jeremy Stephens, to be honest. He's too fast. He's too twitchy. I don't think Jeremy Stephens is gonna be able to really land clean. They're both 39 years old, but yeah, I think you need to be an elite fighter to beat King Green. And Jeremy Stephens is not an elite fighter. So yeah, I'm gonna go King Green by a third round finish. By third round KO. Sean Brady versus Buckley. I think Buckley KOs him in the first. Dude, Buckley, I see Buckley as how people want JDM to be. I think Buckley is just a better JDM in pretty much every way, besides defensively. I think JDM's really good defensively on the bro. Even then though, I want to say that, but look at what Prates did to him, man. Everything was getting past that guard. No, dude, I think Buckley's better everywhere, just because he's more mobile, more powerful, more explosive. And like I said, JDM is he's a plotty guy. He doesn't really throw fast. He doesn't really move a lot. He just kind of sits there with a high guard and he'll throw a combination every once in a while. Buckley's got incredible power. He's really fast. good offensive wrestling. Defensive wrestling is going to be scary in this. I think if Sean Brady does make it to the ground, he could find the submission. But I think if he goes for submissions, I think Buckley will be able to go up, be able to get up. I think Usman was a really rough matchup because Usman will just hold you down. You know what I mean? And Usman's a big welterweight, to be honest. Like way big. Like he's big, dude, for welterweight. But yeah, man. Sean Brady, if you're getting TKO'd by the Chicago Grim Reaper, Bully B, Bilal Muhammad, uh, it's over, dude. Like, you're not gonna win versus Buckley, dude. Buckley, I think he's just gonna finish him, man. First round. I think as soon as he touches Brady, I think Brady's gonna feel the power. I don't think Brady has good enough takedowns. I think he's more of a Kobe Covington wrestler than a Kamaru Usman wrestler. If you know, you know. Yeah, I really like Buckley here. I don't think Sean Brady's explosive enough. Like Kamaru, dude, for how old he is, he's got very well timed takedowns. Like he'll blast the double leg straight up, and he gets to your hips, right? Sean Brady does not do that. He has to pressure you into the like a single leg to get you down. You know what I mean? And if you do that versus Buckley, I think he's just gonna find the KO. Volkov versus Waldo. I think Waldo's gonna win this by decision. I think Waldo. This is a pretty crazy take, but I think Waldo, if he ever fights Aspinall, I think he chins Aspinall. To be honest, I think Aspinall has the worst style to go against Waldo. Waldo will bomb that right overhand, and I think it's powerful enough to chin Aspinall. I've been saying this. Do I think Waldo's the best heavyweight? Skill wise, no. But I do think he's clearly top 5. I think Volkov's kind of overrated. The version of Ciryl Gane he fought was not the greatest. Ciryl Gane looked way better versus Aspinall, and look at what Aspinall does to Volkov. Volkov has no takedown defense. He's not good on the ground. He's not good at getting up. He basically got out wrestled by Ciryl Gane, dude. Waldo's a better wrestler than Ciryl Gane. And dude, I think he's gonna be able to box Volkov up, dude. He's gonna launch that overhand. I don't actually think he's gonna find the KO, just because of how he fights. He needs to get pressured to launch that, and I think that's really where his power comes from, is that right overhand. Otherwise, he's not the most powerful heavyweight in the world. But if I was Waldo, I would just go really heavy pressuring Volkov. Get in his face, dude. Volkov is long. If you let him just sit at range, he's gonna beat you. He's gonna outpoint you. You have a titanium chin. Use it. Allow yourself to get close in the pocket, dude. Use the boxing. Volkov is a lanky dude. He's not gonna be the greatest in the pocket. He's not the greatest in the pocket. Yeah, I think Waldo needs to turn this into a dogfight, and he'll win. I'm really confident in it, actually. I think it'll be a 29-28, though. But if you're on the side of Volkov, I think you still go decision no matter what. And I think he wins it. If Volkov wins, he wins a 30-27. If Waldo wins, he wins a 29-28. I know that might it just depends on how Waldo fights. I think this depends way more on how Waldo fights than how Volkov fights, because Volkov's gonna fight the same. I think Waldo needs to mix in the takedowns. He needs to get in his face. He needs to get in the pocket. And I think if he does that, he could find the chin of Volkov, but I'm just not entirely sure. Waldo's also a little bit heavier than Volkov, which I'm kind of shocked by. Dude, but Waldo's good, man. He's really confident. And Volkov, dude, I just don't think he's that good. I think Pavlovich, when he beat Pavlovich, I know Pavlovich beat Waldo, but I think that's just because Pavlovich has better pure boxing. That was a boxing fight. Boxing wise, Pavlovich is probably a little bit better. He's a little bit more rangy than Waldo. Like, they're pretty much the same fighter. It's just Pavlovich got a little bit more range, a little bit more natural pop, a little bit more KO power. But yeah, I think Waldo's more fitted to fight Volkov. Volkov also was training partners with Pavlovich, which I think that plays into it a lot, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Waldo probably by decision, maybe KO, maybe sub. I don't know how Waldo's submission game is, but probably not by sub. But it, you can throw it out there. Tyra versus Van. I'm gonna go Tyra. I think if you picked Pantoja versus Van, you have to pick Tyra. You're doing the same logic, and that Van's probably not the greatest on the ground. Yeah, he has pretty good takedown defense, and he can get up if you can't immediately hold him down. Like he's pretty like I don't know. He's not a scramble. Like he scrambles well. But I think that's just because of how small he is. But dude, Tyra is a better scrambler, and he's way better than every other wrestler that Van's fought. Like way better. Better takedowns, he gets to the back immediately. Look at what he did to Moreno, dude. And Moreno is probably better on the ground than Van. I know that for a fact. He's better than Van on the ground. Dude, Tyra has power. Like people don't realize, dude, that Tyra is actually powerful. The only thing is that Tyra doesn't have any head movement. I rewatched the Moreno fight, dude. Even in the Moreno fight, his head movement did not really improve, dude. He was still just kind of eating punches, but he's got a good chin. And Van doesn't hit the crazy hard. Like if like it'll be a third, fourth, fifth round KO by Van. You know what I mean? But dude, I actually think Tyra could catch him on the feet. Tyra hits hard. He's fat. He's got a fast like right overhand or like a right straight that he likes to use a lot. I think Van will need to respect that. Um, and I think that'll be good to get into the takedowns. I think Tyra's gonna submit him in the first round. I think Pantoja would have done the same thing. I don't know, man. I just don't. I can't logically put my faith in Van without him ever facing a real grappler. Now, if Van beats Tyra here, I think he's the best flyweight, and he will go on like a 10-fight win streak, like straight up. I think the only one that could beat him is Pantoja, but Pantoja is just a better version of Tyra because he's better on the feet. Like he's just a more efficient striker. But it's weird because Pantoja has to use his striking to get takedowns. Tyra can use just straight wrestling to get takedowns. Tyra's got really good wrestling, man. He's got good takedowns. And as soon as he gets him, dude, he gets to the back. Like he's really got a system to get to the back. Like it's very efficient, man. And I don't know if Van's gonna be able to do it. I think he's gonna try to scramble up, and Tyra's gonna find the submission. Um, I also think Japan's overdue for a champion, man. I think Van used all of his life's luck in that last fight with Pantoja breaking his arm. I really do. I like Tyra by submission, if not TKO on the ground with ground and pound. Um, Tyra's way bigger too. He's way bigger than Pantoja. He's such a big flyweight. He really is. He's a big, big flyweight. I really like Tyra here. He's improved his striking since the Royval fight. He hasn't improved his striking defense, but like, I don't think that matters that much. I think he's just gonna end pretty early. Royval is also a really good scrambler, man. There's a reason that Royval can beat like a prime or like a slightly past prime Moreno, make it 5 rounds with Pantoja because he's good on the ground. Like he's actually talented on the ground. Van doesn't want to be on the ground. Like Royval will fight on the ground. Van won't. He'll want to scramble up, and I think during one of those times, him trying to get up, Tyra's gonna find this up. Yeah, I really like Tyra. I think he's gonna outclass Van, man. I think Van is on the level right now of like a Loner Kavanaugh. You know what I mean? I think Manel Cap would catch Van. I think Manel Cap would KO Van, to be honest. I think Kavanaugh would probably win 2 rounds on Van and then probably get chinned by Van just because Van's way more active and better on the feet. And Kavanaugh's wrestling is not good enough to neutralize Van. So I'm going to go Tyra there by sub. And this, I don't even know if this is worth talking about, man. I just keep seeing clips and clips of Strickland not being the greatest. Like, Strickland has really good defensive wrestling. I don't even know if I want to call it that. He knows what to do, in every position almost, but it's like his takedown defense isn't the greatest. He got taken down like 10 times versus Dricus. He lost to Kamaru Usman, I'm pretty sure. And look at what Chimaev did to those two. Chimaev is on a different level on the ground. He's got different level takedowns. I think Chimaev is actually going to find the sub pretty early. Yeah, and I think Chimaev is actually way better on the feet than people think. I think Strickland will definitely win on the feet, but Chimaev has good kicks. He's got good power. Chimaev's good on the feet. It's just his wrestling is otherworldly, and I don't think Strickland's going to be able to handle it. I think if it does make it to the later rounds, it could get interesting, but I don't think it does. I think Strickland will put up more of a fight than Dricus. I think he knows how to get up better. I think he has better takedown defense. I don't even know if he does have better takedown defense, to be honest. I don't think he does really, but they both don't really have the greatest takedown defense. Strickland's just better at getting up, like he just knows how to. And he's good at avoiding submissions. Like nobody's ever attempted a submission against him. Chimaev's gonna. I don't think Chimaev is just gonna like sit on him. But yeah, this is one of those fights that I think is clear. It's minus 600 for a reason. I don't think Strickland's gonna be able to pull another Izzy scenario, right? Yeah, I think Chimaev's gonna win pretty easily. So my official picks are Ochoa by KO, Susurkaev by something, Sabatini probably by decision or by sub. I think he's gonna find the sub. Kopylov by KO, Gordon by decision, Rebecki by KO, Amosov by decision, Gautier by murder, Green by KO, Buckley by KO, Waldo by decision, Tyra by submission, and Chimaev by submission. Yeah, I think those are all locks. I think I'm going to go 100% on this card. The only one I'm actually worried about is the Roman Kopylov fight. I think is really close. I think the Yaroslav and Alvarez fight is close, but that's just because Amosov comes from Bellator. I'm not sure how good he actually is. And that's it. Yeah. Oh, for this one, if you're a betting man, just do Brady by sub or Buckley by KO. That's the thing. It's like plus 100 when I made the bet. That's literally free money. That's easy money. Yeah. I'm a little bit worried about Waldo, but I think Waldo's going to win. Yeah. So those are my picks for 328.